So hi everyone, welcome back. Now I'm going to do a quick one take on these Polaris 69mm wheels, because when I first reviewed them, or first gave them a kind of preview, I'd only done a couple of rides on them. So done about 4,000k now and put them through some serious punishment. There's a few marks on them, a few scratches. I haven't really cleaned them that much. Not touched the spokes at all. I've not trued them up. This is swear to God full blown honest review, and I've ridden them as hard as I can to give feedback to you guys and also to the founder and owner of the company, who are based in Singapore. It's Ascent bikes. They are the Polaris 69mm wheels, front and rear same rim. These are built with DT240 hubs and a Sapim CX race spokes, so you can't really go wrong with the hubs and the spokes. Now, like I said, I've got a kind of initial review of these wheels on the channel, so be sure to check that out. I'll link to that here. I'm riding at the moment up near Carlisle in the UK. Look at this scenery, absolutely stunning. Roads like these just go forever, and yeah, they're not few and far between either. You pretty much ride to the east coast of the UK on roads like these, give or take. But yeah, anyway, back to the wheels. I've been thrashing around the Lake District, Cumbria, up to Carlisle, that sort of area, and punishing them on some really holy roads. Now, the things I like about these wheels, I was skeptical about the width. I've not really been on the kind of 28-30mm bandwagon for too long, and I was skeptical about it, but I do really like how plump they are. This is a 25mm GP4000, this is a 28mm GP5000, and they actually measure about the same width, about 30-31. Obviously in the TCR, still plenty of tyre clearance, which is why I love the new TCR. And it just makes a very stiff race bike like the TCR with the ISP more manageable on really kind of broken roads. So I'm really liking these wheels. Now, originally I said I didn't think they were a handful in the wind when I was riding them in Asia, in Hong Kong. Now look at that, beautiful. Now here in the UK, the wind is a bit different. It's very gusty, and okay, not open moorland like this, but a lot of the riding I do here is, you know, between hedgerows on small country lanes, and when you get a gap in that hedgerow, yes, you do get these kind of unobstructed gusts coming through. Now, I've ridden loads of wheels where I do think they're unstable, and I genuinely think, and I have no connection to Polaris, I'm not taking, or Ascent bikes, I'm not taking any commission or anything for saying this, but yes, these wheels do catch a lot of wind. You can't cheat the physics. There's a big sail area there. A big sail is going to be powerful in wind, okay? But I genuinely think they are not unstable. They're not twitchy. So anything kind of like anti-stall related or predictable stall, from when, you know, that flow really separates or detaches, whatever they've done, by intent or by fluke, it seems to work. So yes, they are a bit of a handful in the wind, and you know, I've done rides recently in the last couple of weeks where I literally haven't taken my hands off the bars for the whole ride. I mean, I can take one hand off to get a drink, but forget taking both hands off to take a selfie, because yeah, selfie, one for the camera, one for picking my nose. They are, you know, predictably quite powerful in the wind. Okay, so be careful in the wind, but they're not twitchy. Now, structurally, how have they held up? Well, I've taken them on some pretty rough rides. You can see there's quite a few scratches around the rims. I've not treated them too well, but that is the whole point of testing it. I've not trued them up, so we'll check the trueness in a minute. I've had a couple of front punctures where I've dinged some rocks when I took it on a gravel ride back in Hong Kong. It was an unintentional gravel ride, but yeah, I flatted the front, and I actually thought I dented the rim quite badly, because in that kind of rock strike on the front wheel, hit it so hard the bar slipped round in the stem, and luckily the front rim, there wasn't a mark on it, but I did puncture that plump tyre, and that's really the only thing I've had with it, one puncture on the front. Trueness wise, well, let's have a little look, and I guarantee you I haven't trued these up. I'm 90 kilos. I've done a lot of short and steep climbs up here in Cumbria, as is the way with these climbs, so at high power, well, moderately high power and low wheel RPM is when you get the highest torque on the spokes. So if it's going to go out around, it's going to be in those scenarios. So now there's a car coming with a bit of road noise, is a good time to wind up that free hub. And I'll see if I can hold the bike whilst doing this, so bear with me. There's a bit of up and down shakes and imbalance, but they are perfectly true. You can see a slight imbalance there just from the weight not being perfectly balanced. Let's check the front wheel. Now the front wheel's when I had that big shunt on the gravel ride. Got the obligatory disc rub from the Shimano's, but again, very, very true, radially and laterally. But I do notice the rear wheel does have a bit of radial imbalance in the weight. That could be the tyre, it could be the tube, to be fair to the rim. But yeah, I really do rate these wheels as long as you can handle them in the gusts. And you know, they're not overbuilt. They're only 24 spokes front and rear. So considering my weight and the torque that goes on the rear wheel, I'm very impressed by how well they've held up with those demands, basically.